World's AIDS Museum and Educational Center.
I am Dr. Rosalind Osgood. I am a Broward County native. I was born and raised in Fort Lauderdale. I serve in various capacities in our community. I am the president and CEO of the Mount Olive Development Corporation, which is the faith-based arm of the New Mount Olive Baptist Church, where we do community outreach. I'm also Broward County School Board member that represents District 5, as well as a licensed and ordained minister in our community, and I've served in these capacities over the last 20 years. I got involved with the work for HIV to work with those that are infected and affected in two different venues, actually. My biological father, who I did not know until about 5 years before he died, I really didn't have a relationship with him, but I was able to find him while he was incarcerated and began to be his pen pal and build a relationship with him. He got out of the incarceration, disclosed to me that he was HIV positive. He was also battling with substance abuse. At that time, I was able to get him into the Broward house. Eventually, he relapsed and went back to jail and ended up in a facility in Orlando without telling anybody where he was and without disclosing that he had moved from being HIV to having full-blown AIDS. He would eventually die in that facility alone. I got a call this one night from a gentleman who had searched through my dad's stuff and found my contact information and called me and told me that my dad had been in this facility for 2 years and that he had been rushed to the hospital the night before and they didn't think he was going to make it. By the time I got to Orlando, my dad had already died. So I made a personal vow to myself that I was going to spend the rest of my life making sure that somebody who was HIV positive never had to die alone or with the lack of support. So I've been very involved with the AIDS ministry at our church, the Angels of Hope. As the president and CEO of the Mount Olive Development Corporation, 90% of our programs and services are to help people that are infected and affected with HIV. I also have a special young lady in my life whose name is Jackie. Jackie and I became friends in 1989 when we both were on house arrest. Yes, we were both on house arrest. And I loved Jackie instantly for reasons that I won't say, but we have been best friends ever since. Well, shortly after becoming friends, Jackie was diagnosed and found out that she had full-blown AIDS. Simultaneously, her family disconnected from her and wanted nothing to do with her because they felt that her health situation was bringing an embarrassment to the family. So I became Jackie's family. I had to learn about the virus, about the medicines, go to doctor's appointments, and just try to support Jackie. Well, over the years, God has really blessed Jackie through research as she's gone from being on AZT to now taking a regimen where she only has to take 3 pills a day compared to, at one time, the 20-plus pills that she was taking. As I was improving in my life and needing to go back to school, it was Jackie who babysitted my kids for me while I was going to school at night. So our friendship has been value added to my life, that I've been able to be very knowledgeable of HIV, the medications. I've seen Jackie go through some tremendous struggles and challenges and make it through. I've been able to be a part of Jackie's life where I've seen her as a positive person literally go from being homeless to now being a homeowner, to being married to somebody that's not positive, to now raising her grandkids. And it's just been a phenomenal experience. We have come a long way as it relates to this disease in this county, but we have a lot of work to do. One of my personal burdens is the disconnect between the African American community that's HIV positive and the white gay community that's HIV positive. I think that we are all God's children. We are a community. And I'm working right now through the World AIDS Museum, through my role as a school board member and as a minister, to bring all the facets of our community together that we would create a greater continuum of care for those that are positive, to ensure that every single person that's positive is connected to support services and proper care that they need. Hear My Cry is a project that I'm doing as a part of my Change initiative. Change is an acronym that means children have a need to grow every day. I believe that we have an obligation to create opportunities for all children to grow every day. I often observe young people who have identified as LGBTQ having a lot of issues and problems that they don't have anybody to talk to. Commissioner Bobby DeBose and I realized that in the African American community, there is no platform for a young person that's LGBTQ to discuss any concerns, any emotions, or any challenges that they may be having as it relates to their sexual identity. So we organized the first courageous community conversation that targeted LGBTQ, African American, and Hispanic young people. And the forum was intentionally designed to create a safe environment for the young people to tell their stories. I have a suspicion that there's a group of young people between the ages of 13 and 30 that are infected that are not connected to programs and services because of fear of the stigma and the peer pressure that will come about from them just admitting that they were positive. So we must continue to create safe environments for our brothers and sisters that are positive to speak out, to get the care that they need. And we must also simultaneously as a community be a fabric of love and support services that will help strengthen and build the lives of our brothers and sisters that are infected and of family members, spouses, and others of us that are affected by this pandemic.